Hello everyone, welcome to Mech Intellects. Today we will discuss about diesel cycle and its expression for efficiency. Okay, let's start. In diesel cycle, we have four processes, among which process 1 to 2 is reversible adiabatic compression, 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat addition, 3 to 4 is reversible adiabatic expansion, and 4 to 1 is constant volume heat rejection process. The same four processes can be seen in PV diagram also, right? See, process 1 to 2, that is reversible adiabatic expansion from 1 to 2. In compression process, we know that volume decreases and pressure increases. Then 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat addition. Constant pressure, it is a horizontal line, and where in this process heat is added to the cycle. And 3 to 4 is reversible adiabatic expansion. In expansion process, we know that volume increases and pressure is going to reduce, right? And finally, constant volume heat rejection, this is constant volume process. So in constant volume we have a vertical line where in this process heat is rejected from the cycle. Okay, here heat is adding into the cycle at constant pressure and heat is rejecting from the cycle at constant volume. Whereas in Otto cycle we have seen that heat is added at constant volume only, but heat is rejected same as diesel cycle as constant volume. Okay, now I have three definitions here. The first one is compression ratio. Compression ratio is denoted by R, and which is equal to the volume before compression and volume after the compression. That is volume before compression by volume after compression. That means before compression we have volume as V1 and after the compression we have volume V2. Okay, and my second definition is, these are very important definitions, cutoff ratio, and it is denoted by RC. Do not confuse, compression ratio I am taking as R and cutoff ratio I am taking as RC. It is defined as volume after the heat addition process by volume before heat addition process. It is volume after heat addition by volume before heat addition. What is this? Volume after heat addition. After heat addition process we have volume as V3, and volume before heat addition it is V2. Okay, and this ratio is called cutoff ratio. That means heat addition starts at V2 and this heat addition process continues up to the state V3. Okay, that means the ratio of volume after heat addition to the volume before heat addition is known as cutoff ratio. Okay, and next we have another definition here, expansion ratio. And it is denoted by RE. Okay, and we will define this as volume after expansion by volume before expansion. We know this. Volume after expansion by volume before expansion. What is volume after expansion? After expansion we have volume V4 by volume before expansion we have V3. From the figure we can see that V1 is equal to V4, right? So we can write this as V1 by V3, right? And the same thing we can write as V1 by V2 into V2 by V3, right? And now I can write V1 by V2 as compression ratio R and V2 by V3 as reciprocal of compression ratio, sorry, cutoff ratio, reciprocal of cutoff ratio, because V3 by V2 is cutoff ratio, but here I have V2 by V3, that means I can take reciprocal of cutoff ratio. Alright, so this is R by RC. So I have expansion ratio RE is equal to R by RC. Remember this. This is also useful in objective type of questions also. And now I will write expression for efficiency. Expression for efficiency. For any heat engine cycle, we can write efficiency as net work done by heat supplied or added to the cycle. Alright, what is net work done? Net work done is the difference between heat addition and heat rejection in the cycle. That is QA as heat addition and heat rejection as QR by heat supplied is QA. Okay, and this can be written as 1 minus QR by QA. So this is efficiency for any heat engine cycle which is operating in a cycle. Alright. In this cycle, heat addition and heat rejection are happening. You see in the PV diagram, heat addition is happening at constant pressure and heat is rejecting at constant volume. Okay, let's write then. Heat addition is at constant pressure. So QA is equal to Cp T3 minus T2. That is heat is adding in 2 to 3 process. So I can take QA as Cp T3 minus T2. And in the same way, heat is rejecting in constant volume. So QR can be written as C4 T4 minus T1. I should write T1 minus T4, but heat rejection is negative, so I can take T4 minus T1. Instead of taking negative, I took as positive by taking T4 minus T1. Okay, so let's take heat rejection QR as CV T4 minus T1. Heat rejection is happening at constant volume. Heat addition is taking place at constant pressure. Right? Now let's substitute QA and QR in efficiency equation. Eta is equal to 1 minus QR is CV T4 minus T1. T4 minus T1 by QA. Heat addition is happened at constant pressure. So CP T3 minus T2. Right? And this can be written as 1 minus, this CV can be written in denominator. I will write like T4 minus T1 by CP by CV into T3 minus T2. Right? CP by CV is equal to gamma. So I can write this as 1 minus T4 minus T1 by gamma into T3 minus T2. Okay. And now we need to eliminate all these temperatures. I will follow one rule. You all must remember this. If you remember this rule, you will definitely do the efficiency expression very easily. What is that rule? I will tell you. Replace all the temperatures in terms of T1. I will follow this rule. Replace all the temperatures like T2, T3, T4 in terms of T1. Then it is very easy to find efficiency expression. For that, I will follow just 3 steps. Let's start with step 1. That is process 1 to 2. This is my first step. Process 1 to 2. What is process 1 to 2? It is reversible adiabatic compression, where I will use this relation Tv power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. In my second step, heat addition process, I will use V by T is equal to constant. In the third step, I will use, this is again adiabatic expansion, I will use Tv power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. So let's start with first step, Tv power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant, because it is an adiabatic process, right? So in process 1 to 2, it is reversible adiabatic compression, right? So I can use the relation of adiabatic process, that is Tv power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. If you apply this relation to the process 1 to 2, you will get T1 V1 power gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 V2 power gamma minus 1. So from this, find T2 by T1 is equal to V1 by V2 whole power gamma minus 1. So T2 is equal to T1 into, what is V1 by V2? V1 by V2 we found as compression ratio, right? So V1 by V2 is equal to compression ratio R power gamma minus 1. Let's take this. Okay. Next I am moving to step 2, that is process 2 to 3. Now, what is process 2 to 3? It is constant pressure heat addition. Constant pressure means from ideal gas equation I can write V by T is equal to constant, or V is directly proportional to T, right? Let's write it is constant pressure process. Therefore, I can write V is directly proportional to T. That means it is process 2 to 3, right? So V3 by V2 can be written as T3 by T2. T3 can be written from this equation as T2 times V3 by V2. What is V3 by V2? We have defined everything. V3 by V2 is cutoff ratio. So let's substitute. T3 is equal to T2 is in terms of T1. I can write T1 into R power gamma minus 1 V3 by V2 cutoff ratio RC. Okay, let's take this another equation. I'm just making this rule. I'm replacing all temperatures in terms of T1. I got T2 in terms of T1. In the second step I got T3 in terms of T1. Now I will move to third step, where I will replace T4 also in terms of T1. What is process 3 to 4? Process 3 to 4 is reversible adiabatic expansion. This is also adiabatic, so I will use this relation. So reversible adiabatic expansion process, where Tv power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. If you apply this relation to process 3 to 4, you will get T3 V3 power gamma minus 1 is equal to T4 V4 power gamma minus 1. So from this, T4 by T3 is equal to V3 by V4 whole power gamma minus 1. Okay, and here you can write T4 is equal to T3 into V3 by V4 whole power gamma minus 1. And I can write T3 as, in terms of T1 into R power gamma minus 1 into RC. Here I can write V3 by V4 as reciprocal of expansion ratio. See, V4 by V3 is expansion ratio, but our equation have V3 by V4. So I will take reciprocal of expansion ratio. That means RC by R. So RC by R whole power gamma minus 1. So from this I can write T1 into R power gamma minus 1 into RC into RC power gamma minus 1 by R power gamma minus 1, right? So R power gamma minus 1 and R power gamma minus 1, RC into RC power gamma, RC power minus 1. So RC power 1 and RC power minus 1 goes cancel. So we left with only RC power gamma. So T4 is equal to T1 into RC power gamma. Now let's take this T4 in terms of T1. So now I got all the temperatures, T2 in terms of T1, T3 in terms of T1, T4 also in terms of T1. My steps are complete. I can directly find now expression of efficiency by substituting all the temperatures in this equation. Okay, let's do that. I am writing the same equation again. Efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 by gamma T4 minus T1 by T3 minus T2. Now I will substitute all the temperatures. Efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 by gamma. What is T4? T4 is T1 into RC power gamma, T1 into RC power gamma minus T1 by T3. What is T3? T3 is T1 into R power gamma minus 1 into RC. T1 into R power gamma minus 1 into RC minus T2. What is T2? T1 into R power gamma minus 1. T1 into R power gamma minus 1. Now we can take T1 as common in numerator and denominator. Let's do that. Efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 by gamma. If you take T1 out in the numerator, you are left with RC power gamma minus 1. And in the denominator, along with T1, I can also take the common R power gamma minus 1, R power gamma minus 1. So T1 into R power gamma minus 1, right? So I left with inside RC minus 1. Okay, so T1, T1. So the efficiency equation is 1 minus, let's write it 1 by R power gamma minus 1 in front, R power gamma minus 1, and now I will write 1 by gamma, numerator RC power gamma minus 1, sorry, it is only gamma, I'm sorry, it is only gamma, minus 1 by RC minus 1. Okay, this is our efficiency of diesel cycle. Now let's see on what parameters the efficiency of a diesel cycle generally depends on. From this equation we can say that efficiency generally depends on compression ratio R and cutoff ratio RC. Okay, this gamma is generally common. We will take diatomic gases. Okay, it is a constant value. Let's see how this efficiency depends on compression ratio and cutoff ratio. What happens if compression ratio is increased? We know that compression ratio is in denominator. If you increase this compression ratio, If you increase this compression ratio, its reciprocal value decreases. Alright? When you subtract a least value from 1, you will get more or bigger value. That means more efficiency. That means compression ratio is directly proportional to efficiency. Let's see compression ratio, cutoff ratio. How should be cutoff ratio? To increase the efficiency of diesel cycle, should we have least cutoff ratio or maximum cutoff ratio? Let's study with PV diagram. See, this is cutoff ratio, right? V3 by V2. In 3 to 4 expansion process, we get useful work, where you will get useful work. If the expansion process is more longer than this, you will get more useful work. If you have a shorter expansion process than this, you will get less work. You understand me? Now let's discuss this cutoff ratio. If you have a lesser constant pressure heat addition, then you will have a longer expansion process. That means you will get more work done. If useful work is more, means it is having more efficiency. Okay, your cutoff ratio should be minimum to get more work done. If you have a longer cutoff ratio, you will have a shorter expansion process. That means you will get less work done, so that you will get less efficiency. Okay, so cutoff ratio should be as short as possible. Okay, so cutoff ratio should be decreased to get more efficiency. Understand? I hope you all understood. If you have any doubt, please raise it in the comment section. I will definitely try to answer them. Thank you.